जगन्नाथा की जय। अ, श्री श्री पंचतत्वा की जय। श्री श्री गौर निताई की जय। लॉर्ड परशुरामा की जय। लॉर्ड वामन देव की जय। श्री गुरु परंपरा की जय। श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री गुरु महाराज की जय। Okay, we'll say our prayers. ओम अज्ञानातिमिरन्दस्य ज्ञानञ्जनाशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। नमो ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Okay, so we have Shloka 12.7. Um, तेषाम् अहं समुद्धर्ता मृत्यु संसार सागरात् भवामि न चिरात् पार्थ माय अवेशिता चेतसाम्. um, Translation. But those who worship me, giving up all their activities unto me, and being devoted to me without deviation, engaged in devotional service, and always meditating upon me, having fixed their minds upon me, O son of Pritha, for them I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. Actually, this was actually two verses, 12.6 and 7, and the translation is for the entire thing. Um, but anyway, it's in connection. So let's get into detail. So here, um, this actually is especially for devotees. Emphasis is for the devotees, instruction for the devotees, how they are different. Um, and the qualities what is expected, what Lord is saying to Arjuna is that, specifically some things which have been highlighted here. With those who worship me, giving up all their activities unto me, and being devoted to me without deviation. So like this is like exclusively worshipping Lord Krishna, and all activities that the devotees are doing are um, for the pleasure of Lord Krishna. And so the devotee is completely devoted to Lord Krishna without deviation, like he's fixed, and he's not like going for multiple. Um, he is not taking shelter for multiple empowered entities like demigods and other things. He is not practicing impersonalism. He is engaged in devotional service and always meditating upon me. So how is this always meditating upon Lord Krishna? And he is fixing, and he has fixed his mind. They have fixed their mind upon exclusively on Lord Krishna. So for them here, Lord Krishna is saying that he is the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. So this is like he is giving a guarantee. So let's see some aspects what Prabhupada has highlighted, or what the other senior devotees have mentioned. So it's like things which have been mentioned, highlighted are material existence. Prabhupada gives in detail in the purpose that is mentioned as the ocean of birth and death, and there in this particular purport, service engagement is mentioned. Like they're serving with all their activities to Lord Krishna, and they have fixed their mind and exclusively to Lord Krishna, and not like they are not dedicated or serving impersonal Brahman feature of the Lord, and not the demigods, and they're not practicing Ashtanga yoga. So, so let's see how this is different, and why exclusively for devotees, how the Lord is giving this guarantee. So in Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 4.12, 6 shloka, um, Lord is actually, this is he is telling, I mean, the instructions are for Dhruva Maharaja, um, where bhajas the 4.12.6 Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhajasva Bhajaniyam Bhajaniyangrim Abhavaya Bhavachidam Yuktam Virahitam Shaktya Guna Mayatma Mayaya. So, instructions are for Dhruva Maharaja. So, engage yourself fully, therefore, in the devotional service of the Lord, for only He can deliver us from the entanglement of material existence. So, here, material existence in this particular um, shloka, it has been mentioned as the um, ocean of birth and death. So we know ocean is gigantic and vast, right? And so we understand from Bhagavad Gita that there are 84 lakh species of life. The Jiva goes through Jivatma. He takes different species, different bodies of different species, 84 lakh species. He goes through and finally he gets a very evolved, very conscious human body, two hand, two hand, two legs, same as Lord Krishna. Um, so and so 84 lakh species is a big number. So this material resistance is like a is a trap by the material energy, and the devotee or the jiva atma is actually stuck in this action and reaction of material energy, and he goes through so many species. And in human species also, there is a high possibility that he takes multiple births because of his action and reaction of the material energy having desires. So it is like a gigantic ocean. So many jivatmas, so many souls come and they are trapped in this material energy, in this material existence. So here it is like an ocean of birth and death, gigantic. And so many times the soul comes in. He is not delivered from this material existence. It's very difficult if he is not practicing it properly. So otherwise he is stuck in the action and reactions of material energy. So although the Lord is attached to this his material potency, he is aloof from her activities. Everything in this material world is happening by the inconceivable potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So this instruction for Dhruva Maharaja that he should engage himself in devotional service. So in this sloka also Lord is talking especially for his devotees, those who are practicing devotional service, and what is expected was mentioned there. So devotional service cannot be rendered to the impersonal Brahman feature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, right? Impersonal Brahman, impersonal feature, that Brahma Jyoti, this is the effulgence of the Lord. So if somebody is practicing that, that means um, he is not serving, he cannot serve this effulgence, because you can serve to a person, right? So when here bhajasva means engage yourself in devotional service, that means there must be a servant service and the served. So the served in devotional service is the Supreme Personality of God, Lord Bhagwan, and the servant is the devotees like you, me, and all others who, if anybody takes to Krishna consciousness. And the service is the process, the activities, what one takes. And here it was mentioned that all his activities are engaged in the service of the Lord, which is what was expected. So that means there must be servant, service, and the served. The Supreme Personality of God is the served. The mode of activities to please Him is called service. So these you. So people are working in office and they are serving. They're doing this service and they get paid. So you might like or you might not like, and you see that after some time people change the job and take another service somewhere else, and so and so, and not everybody is pleased, and maybe they are pleased for some time and they are dissatisfied after that. So this is not the service. Here it is. This is in this case the activities are loving devotional service. It is not something forced. You are doing it willfully in this case. Whereas in your material life, work in office, that is maybe you won't like it or like it. And there is no choice. You have to make some living, earn, and all that, and take care of yourself and your material needs. This is loving activities performed in loving devotional service to the Lord. So one who renders such service is called a servant. And and another significant features in this verse is that only the Lord and no one else is to be served, and that is what Lord Krishna was expecting in this shloka. Everything is dedicated to Him, all activities, and mind is fixed on Him. So we mentioned earlier that we are not talking about one serving um, demigods and impersonal feature. So there is no need to serve the demigods here, because demigods are just Bhagavad Gita gives detail that they are like the hands and legs of the Supreme Lord. So when you are serving the Supreme Personality of God or Lord Krishna, then there is no need to serve exclusively to the hands and legs. Everything will be taken care. So this is how it is. This means that the Lord, in order to show specific favor to the devotees, directs the devotees from within the heart in such a way that ultimately is delivered from the entanglement of material existence. Um, so entanglement of material existence, like cycle of action and reaction, and taking birth again and again, and so and so. Um, so like that. Um, uh, so he's giving a special favor to the devotees, um, because he's directing them from within. And so no one but the Supreme Lord can help the living entity be delivered from the entanglement of this material existence. So this material energy is a manifestation of one of the Supreme Personality of God has varieties of potency. This is one of the potencies, not the only potencies. There are so many potencies Lord has. This material energy is one of the Lord's potencies, as much as heat and light are potencies of fire. Now, the material energy is not different from the Supreme Godhead, but at the same time, he has nothing to do with this material energy. So when this energy, this material energy is one of the energies of the Supreme Lord and we are taking shelter from him, so there is a guarantee, right? The solution what he is giving is perfect, because this is his potency, he knows it, and he is saying that he will deliver us from this material existence, um, ocean of birth and death. This material existence is a manifestation of this material energy of Lord. Um, now, living entities is a spiritual energy who is one of the marginal energy, is entrapped by the material energy on the basis of its desire to lord it over the material world. And he has this desire to lord it over the material world, and he is then stuck in this cycle of action and reaction. Um, the right and wrong, do's and don'ts. Sometimes he is doing piety for his sense gratification or upliftment to higher planetary system. Sometimes he's doing sinful activities and he's downgraded and he has to suffer. He wouldn't like it. All those things are there. But bhakti, this devotional service, is beyond this, because it is liberating. It is directly being performed to the Supreme Lord, the spiritual person, the person behind this, the Bhagwan. And he's all spiritual and we are spiritual, but we are marginal. We are like infinitesimal part and parcel of the Lord, but stuck in this material world. um, we are lost. We are covered by the ignorance. So Lord is giving this solution. And we know that material energy acts in three modes of material qualities: sattva guna, rajoguna, tamaguna, which produce the action and reaction of material existence. Now, now the devotees are different. For the devotees, see that the Lord is present even in material energy. This is the inconceivable potency of the Lord. And The Lord is aloof from this, but when some living entity engages himself in the devotional service of the Lord, then he becomes attached to this service, this seva, this activity. And this situation is called yuktam, and this is beneficial. And this is what is expected when the Lord says he is fixed on, um, the mind is fixed on him, not anybody else. Um, so in this shloka, those who are not devotees become involved in such activities, these material activities, whereas devotees who are dovetailed with the Supreme Personality of Godhead are free from the action and reaction of the material energy. And the Lord is therefore described herewith as Bhava Chiddam, one who can give deliverance from the entanglement of this material existence. As mentioned earlier, why not demigods? Because demigods are, as mentioned earlier, they are hands and legs of the Lord. They're like part of the Lord. They are like empowered living entities. They are administrators of the Lord. They are also like us, the Jiva Tattva, but they are empowered. They have done some activities. Because of that, they are empowered and they are administrators and they are serving the Lord. And and they are in higher planetary systems, and this is what they desired, and so they are there. So why not serve demigods? Demigods are empowered living entity. When you are serving the complete Supreme Lord, then no need to do indirect service to the demigods, right? Because when you satisfied the mouth, there is no need to specifically serve the hands and legs. This is what the analogy is. um, so they are empowered living entities. And the fact is that everything is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, manifested in varieties of energy. Ekam eva dvitiyam Brahma. There is no second existence. And those who are learned, vipaschit, are those who have reached the platform of understanding and observing the Supreme Personality of Godhead in any condition of life. So sometimes devotees go through difficulties, distress, and these are the conditions of the material world, the material existence, because of the three modes of material nature, action and reaction. And the devotees understand that these are distress is actually representing the presence of the Supreme Lord. Um, so various conditions one goes through in this material world. Sometimes distressful, sometimes enjoyment, and all those things. And these are all another feature of the Lord. Um, and the devotee understands that this distress is actually to relieve or purify the devotee from the contamination of the material world. So he understands this as a great favor of the Lord, because he understands that he is being cleansed of the contamination. So if there was some reaction because of the past action one did, and this distress is actually a favor, and he is actually getting cleansed of that contamination, and very soon he'll be in better condition. Um, so this is the knowledge the devotee has, and because Lord is actually specifically favoring the devotees. So actually, Lord is, as the super soul, is guiding everyone, but he's specially guiding, favoring the supreme his devotees, bhaktas, and this he imparts the knowledge from within. And our scriptures give all these detail, and if anybody reads it, he gets the same message. Um, so that is how it is for the surrendered devotees. The Lord purifies him of contamination by offering him a little distress on and off, and but this non-devotees would not understand. So that is why there is a specific emphasis of the devotees in this particular shloka, um, because devotees learn it. He is getting knowledge from within the heart, and his ignorance is being removed, and his reactions are getting of the conditional life are getting eradicated. Um, so, ekam eva dvitiyam, there is only the Lord who presents himself in different energies. So, what about transcending the cycle of material existence, ocean of material existence, ocean of birth and death? Prabhupada gives in his lecture on renunciation through wisdom, instead of becoming an impersonalist and inviting misfortune and misery, the devotee surrenders to the Supreme Lord and never suffers in this material world. And when he leaves his present body, he transcends the material platform and he becomes eligible to participate in the Lord's eternal pastimes. Um, So, as the Super Soul Lord Krishna enlightens the devotee from within the heart and disperses the gloom of ignorance, as mentioned earlier, although the Super Soul is guiding everyone, but to devotees, he is enlightening them specifically, because he is reciprocating, because devotees are serving, being fixed in the service to the Lord. All their activities are dovetailed to the lotus feet of the Lord, and the mind is fixed on Him. So, the Lord is actually reciprocating, because He reciprocates. Whatever one does, Lord reciprocates. So there's special favor by Lord to the devotees. He gives them spiritual intelligence to attain Him, and otherwise, this ocean of material existence, ocean of nishshines, ignorance, is very difficult, and one cannot. The devotees cannot cross it over on their own. The Lord Himself intervenes to help. Um, so Prabhupada gives an analogy that if somebody is thrown into an ocean, and that is practically guaranteed, like guaranteed destruction for him. Even a person is a good swimmer, it is very difficult. So person can go down in the depth of the ocean. Now, similarly, we are struggling very hard in this material ocean of existence. So man is trying to save himself in the ocean, and we are trying. So devotees. Um, one cannot get out of this ocean of struggle of material existence on one's own effort. So Lord, because you devotee takes to devotion service and his mind is fixed on Him, Lord empowers and guides from within, and he actually gives the support to get him out of this ocean of material existence, or ocean of nishans, or ocean of ignorance. Because in ignorance, one doesn't have a solution. One needs to have knowledge how to what is the solution for so and so problem. So actually, Lord is empowering, and He's removing the ignorance from past life, these actions, the wrong actions done, and He's removing this ignorance by the light of knowledge, and He's guiding from within. So that is how it is. So those who surrender to Supreme Lord, who repose their unflinching faith in the personal form of the Supreme Lord, the beautiful form of the Lord, the two-hand form, holding a fruit and all that. So that is unflinching faith in that form, and his love for the Lord, and offer him their mental and physical activities. As mentioned earlier, all these activities are dovetailed to the Lord, and his mind is fixed on Him, along with everything else. Um, So Lord supports them. He gets them out of this ocean of material existence. So there is a guarantee Lord gives. So the merciful Lord promises to reciprocate with each and according to his degree of devotion. So that means, um, with unalloyed, single-minded devotion, uh, unencumbered by desires. One doesn't have any material desires. That is what was expected. He doesn't have desire for empirical knowledge, fruitive activities, that karma kanda, or severe austerities. Like in Ashtanga yoga, you have to do severe austerities. So all those things. Offer him their mental and physical activities along with everything else. So this is what was expected. So this is how it is, and Prabhupada says that this Krishna conscious movement is to raise the person from ignorance to knowledge, and that is the whole scheme of Vedic literature, to deliver a person. Um, so although the Krishna as super soul is situated in everyone's heart, but a devotee who is trying to understand Krishna is specifically held by Krishna. This Lord mentions in Bhagavad Gita 10.11 shloka. The non-devotees, they are going through the basic necessity, basic life, like eating, sleeping, mating, and defending. This is something which the animals do, but devotees are dedicated to the Lord. So this is different. And Prabhupada emphasizes that satsanga is required, association of devotees are required, and because of that, one is awakened. They awaken our inquisitiveness about the God. So this is another way with Lord guides or removes ignorance and gives knowledge by the association of the devotees. And what is the highest perfection of life? Work, service to Lord Krishna. Everyone should think that he's engaged in a particular type of occupation by Hirishikesha, the master of the senses. And the result of the work in which one is engaged, the Supreme Personality of God, or Sri Krishna, should be worshipped, and exclusively to Lord Krishna. If one thinks always in this way, in full Krishna consciousness, by the grace of the Lord, he becomes fully aware of everything. That is, his ignorance is removed from within, and he has this knowledge required to go back home, back to God, and that is the perfection of life. And this is the perfection of life which is mentioned here. Highest perfection of life. In whatever occupation one may be engaged, if he serves the Supreme Lord, he will achieve the highest perfection. So, if we go back to the shloka, um, the exclusive worship to the Lord, giving up all the activities that dovetail to the Lord in the service of the Lord, without any deviation, because the devotees are getting ignorance is removed, and they're getting knowledge through association, through guru, or through scriptures. And as a super soul, the Lord is specifically guiding, instructing the devotees as a special favor to the devotees, because Lord is reciprocating, because he guarantees, he reciprocates, and he gets them out of the material existence because their minds are fixed on him. This is what Arjuna did in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Initially, he had doubts and he didn't want to fight, but then the Lord removed his doubts, his confusion, and he fought the battle for Lord Krishna, and that was his service to Lord Krishna. So Lord says that, "O son of Pritha, for them I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death." Otherwise, this material existence, this ocean of birth and death, 84 lakh species of life, this cycle of action and reaction, very difficult to get out from. Only when is in practicing Krishna consciousness or spiritual practice, he's doing spiritual activities. Activities are dovetailed to the Lord. Whatever activities one does actually are dovetailed to the Lord. That is spiritual Krishna consciousness. And his ignorance is removed from within, which cover the soul, and he is through the torch of knowledge which the Lord gives, he is as a special favor to the devotees. So that is a guarantee what the Lord gives. He is the swift deliverer. Quickly they will be delivered from the ocean of birth and death. And for some it will be slow, some it will be fast. It is what one does, and the Lord reciprocates. That is a guarantee. So thank you everyone. Thank you Prabhuji Mataji. Thanks for joining. And if anybody has any questions, please ask before we log off. Hare Krishna. Please continue to join again tomorrow. Hare Krishna everyone.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Hare Krishna. Dandavat.
Hare Krishna,
Uh,
Prabhuji. Thank you. Dandavat Pranam.
Dandavat Pranam Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dhammastaram.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dandat Pranam.
Thank you,
Dandat Pranam
Prabhuji.
to
Hare
everybody.
Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Assembled. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Krishna.
Prabhuji. Dandavat Pranam.